Hello, welcome to Parrot Bliss. I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond, and in this video I want to talk to you about bringing home an African Cape day one. Now this is Caelius. Are you not going to eat for me, sweetheart? My African Cape. And I got Caelius 3 weeks ago, and when African Capes are young, they aren't as sexually dimorphic, which means you can't really tell the difference in the genders. Now, African Capes are rare. I had actually never seen one for sale before, and the story goes that I was in the parrot store. Oh, and I'm trying to feed Caelius, but I was in the parrot store and I was getting parrot food, and my daughter goes, "Mom, you have to see this bird. You're gonna bring it home." And it was Caelius, an African Cape. Now, I got Caelius because it's just such a rare bird, and there aren't very many in the wild. And so I knew it was a real unique opportunity. I had never seen, I think I had seen one in person before, but it was kind of like, see? and that was it. So I seized the opportunity. Now, my mentor said to get Caelius a beak and feather test because the species is prone. And the good news is Caelius is negative, so no disease. But unfortunately, when I got Caelius DNA, because like I said, I think she's a she, she's young enough that the orange or salmon color on her head, which indicates female, is actually a color that young African Capes will have, and so it doesn't mean anything until they get older, between my understanding is 5-6 months up to a year, before you can really see it, because then at that age the males will lose the coloring, so that's when you really know whether it's female, because they have the coloring, or the male. So I don't know for sure, but she does have the peach. She also has it like down here on her cheeks. So I think she's female, but the first DNA came back as male. I couldn't trust it. It didn't behoove me to believe that. So I have now sent the DNA to a second lab, and I'm waiting on that result. In the meantime, my friend who has a pet shop was like, "I got you a female because," oh no, we got a second one, but it's female, and we know that you want a male. And I said, well, no, actually my first DNA said male. So, oh my goodness. And so today, oh no, she doesn't want to come out. Come here, sweetie. Today, I brought Macey home. Oh, come here, Macey, there you go. Oh, did you hear that? Click, click, click. I copied her, but Macey is 1.5 years. She's definitely female because you could see the crown, you know, the salmon colored crown. And because I have her DNA papers, that's a surefire. Except for Caelius. I'm hoping that Caelius is wrong. But if Caelius is male, then it's perfect. I'll have a couple. And so what is an African Cape like, and what has day one been like? Well, they are so chill. I mean, you could see it, right? And they seem really smart. Earlier, Macey was obviously kind of uncomfortable because she has now been in our home for, I don't know, 6 hours, 8 hours. And so she put her head down for me to pet her, just like that, which I thought was so sweet. So it's interesting to me that I think she wanted some comforting. I think she was uncomfortable because, of course, she got rehomed, and she decided that she could find comfort in me which is so true. And so she let me pet her, and I thought that was so sweet. Then my Harlequin macaw flew over, and I was afraid I was going to totally get bitten by this big beak. But to my amazement, Macey was just real chill. She didn't freak out. And my husband came and got the macaw, and there was just no problem at all. So Macey is amazing so far. I gave her some nuts because that humongous beak is made for nuts. I read online that they're supposed to have fruit, and I'm going, So when I got Caelius, I contacted my mentor, and I'm like, what should their diet be? Because there's not a lot of information on African capes. And he said, treat her like a African gray. And African gray parrots, in addition to pellets and fresh vegetables, they do need some nut fat. So Macey and Caelius, along with our African grays and the macaws, will get nuts. And these big beaks can just break those nuts open. Next to my macaws, this is the biggest beak in my house. These two guys. So far, they're just amazing. Just, they seem super intelligent, super chill. And you can see, this is day one. I haven't had it for 24 hours. And she just is like wanting to bond and connect. So I'm really thrilled. I really have high hopes for breeding them and helping their species in that way. And really learning about them and then sharing that. If you love being blissed out by parrots the way I do, please be sure to subscribe so that you can follow Macey's journey and Caelius's journey with me. Thanks for joining us.